What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Geek Boutique podcast, the official podcast of the Geeks and Company. My name is JS. We are the Geeks and Company, or at least some of them.
Like 60% of them,
Like
basically.
At least
60%.
Yeah.
I'm like a solid 60 on my own, but
Well, okay. There you go. There you go. You've heard them, guys. G off
Solid 60 on my own.
in the house.
Oh,
And
Lord.
Rob the bad guy
Oh,
in the house.
oh, jeez.
Is this one of those situations where 60% of the time it works
Works
all the time?
yeah, exactly.
every time.
Not great at math, no.
Yeah, no, math is not our strong suit. Yes, another Thursday. Another Geek Boutique for that ass.
Yes, sir.
Thanks.
Yes, sir.
Welcome back. Joining us once again every Thursday at 7 Eastern Standard Time with the Geeks and Co. and the Geek Boutique. So far, we have in the chat Boomster Joe, Myers Corp, Andrew Saxon, Lady Akari, Tiffany is there, Keith L. Thanks for joining us again this week, guys. We got a great show lined up for you. Rob the Bad. You're not
Rob the Bad. That's it this week. He's just the bad.
I'm just
Rob the Bad on binary. What are we doing right now?
Speaking of bad, I'm just taking a look at the comments so far in the chat here, and I'm disappointed to know that Myers Corp Cosplay, who I used to be a fan of his podcast, is also a Bruins fan. So I don't know what's going on here, but
baby, original 100 years old,
yeah,
storied franchise,
boy.
and it's not
Anyway.
the Toronto Maple Leafs. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
You know what? At this point, I think I'm going to become a Bruins fan. But anyway, we're not here to talk about hockey.
I can hook you up.
I mean, might as well.
Yeah,
You think Star Trek craters the ratings on this show? We start talking about Sport Puck, and there's going to be two people watching.
We're not going to talk about that.
Yeah.
Another Thursday. We're running out of them for this year. We're getting close to the end, but what are we on? 212 this week?
212. That's
212.
craziness, man. I know we say it every week. Every time we announce the episode, we're like,
crazy.
man, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. But yeah, that's a little shocking that we still have people watching us after 212 episodes.
Yeah. What's wrong with you people? It's not even all the same people either. Like people come in, people come out. We rotate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we'll do a show and we'll pick up a few more. Boomster Joe is a good example. Lady Akari, there's some newer people. And then you got some OGs, right? Like Mike and Nate and Andrew and those folks that have been with us almost right from the jump. So, hey, man, whether you're an OG or you're new or you're right there in between, we appreciate everybody tuning in every week and listening to three middle-aged white guys whine about geek and nerd shit.
And make sure you go click that damn like and subscribe button if you're not already subscribed.
What are you doing?
What are we even doing here?
What are we talking about?
Even
Where have we gone wrong?
Do you even know how to internet?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh boy, do we have an internet debate coming at
We
you?
do.
Maybe not today,
I don't know.
but it's
We'll
going to be
see.
coming at you. And oof, I know this one's going to get heated.
Oh, sorry. Should we leave? Ask our therapist. We're in care homes and can't change the channel. Says Clark Kent 42, which is Keith Bell. What year is it, Keith? They have like remotes and shit. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Yeah.
It feels like constancy as long as I check in here every Thursday. Every Thursday.
I mean, you know,
Absolutely.
it's
It is a con. It's the Geeks and Co-Con every week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There we go.
Yeah.
I like
Done.
it.
Some of us are already crunching for March.
that's true.
Yeah, talking about
By some
geek
of us,
thing.
we mean these two mofos. I ain't doing shit.
Yeah, it's yeah. You
Oh,
know what?
shit.
We don't want to talk about this. Why did you bring this up?
Oh,
Shit. This
I
is
forgot
what we're not having the debate
That's my-
today.
Oh,
We have to talk about that. Do we want to do that now?
Yes, that's the first thing we're doing.
Okay.
Roberto.
Oh boy. I don't know. You know what? I hope. Boy, I think I set some high expectations. and I
Don't
hope
get us
I live
canceled
up to
here.
them.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get you canceled.
He's
You know, this is why
He's
I'm
Rob Man.
the bad Rob Man.
Agent of the night beating up
I didn't actually beat anybody up. I
No, but you
almost
thought
did.
about it.
I thought about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so what?
By the way,
I,
can
you
I
know,
just say before you get there, there's no winning in a fight against a 16-year-old. You know this, right? Because either you beat up a 16-year-old, which is not cool, or a 16-year-old
get
beat
beat
you
up.
up, which is also not cool.
No.
So there's
And
no
there's
way to win.
there's like 8 of them, so I was like,
Yeah.
no way.
Yeah. Anyway,
I
go ahead.
don't know if I was having a bad day, and I don't recommend anybody do any of the things that I've done here. Honking and waving.
Don't try this at home, kids.
Don't try this at home. So I was at my local gas station last week, pumping some gas, and I noticed coming across the parking lot there was about 7, 8 kids, but they're somewhere between 15, 16, 17, 18 maybe. And they looked really out of place, right? And they were walking towards it's one of those, it's an Esso, right? So they got a big convenience store inside. They sell alcohol. They just looked weird right away. There's something was up. So I'm standing there pumping my gas. They go towards the store. 6 of them go in, 2 stay outside.
Oh, the lookouts.
The lookouts.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I knew right away. I'm like, these kids they're stealing something, right? And so all of a sudden, boom, activity starts happening. They grab beer cases and they're running out of the store with beer cases in their hands, right?
Oh,
and
I'm
I'm like,
stealing beer case.
they're stealing beer from the Esso, right?
Can I just
And
say, by the way, if Joe keeps going,
boy.
if he keeps dropping 6, 7,
There was
honestly,
at least 6 or 7 of them.
we gotta kick Joe out of the channel. This is his second 6, 7 in 6 minutes.
He's dropped it a few times now.
Yeah.
And hilariously, as they come running out of this store, because they're super excited, right? One of them trips and falls and sends his beer case flying. And so beer scattering everywhere.
So it's like a Keystone Cops routine at this point, right?
Yeah, and so I'm still pumping gas, and then I don't know what came over me, but I yelled. I'm still pumping gas, and I'm yelling at them like, "Guys, don't even bother!" Right? I can see the people like leaping over the counter. The SO guys are like going to chase them. I'm like, "Don't even just go, guys!" Like, run. And so I stopped pumping. My gas is still in the car, like the things in the car, and I walked towards them. My plan. I don't know what my plan was, but I was going to intercept them from stealing, right, and sort of block their path so that the other guys could come. And 6 of them run away, but 2 of them become confrontational. And and so I channeled my all the memories come flooding back from when I was a kid, and I was like, they were
6, 7,
yeah, 6, 7 was 6, 7 boys, like, and they're like make a move, man, make a move, and so I went like this to them, right, and it freaked them out, and they throw their beer can at me and run away. And they hit me in the chest, and I'm laughing this whole time. And strangely, like my adrenaline wasn't even going. I was calm about it and laughing. And then the SO guys come out, and they're like yelling at me, like, no, don't do that, don't get involved. Are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. And there was a little bit of a verbal competition going on, and so these kids all run away. And I don't know, Jess, if you know what I'm talking about, it's the SO on Highway 2, and near the liquor store, Varco on Highway 2.
Yeah,
so they start walking down Highway 2, and so I go back to my car and I finish pumping my gas and I put it.
And you're going that way.
And I'm going.
Here we go.
Train and
here we go. This is where the actual story starts. I feel like. Okay.
Why are you like?
I'm going that. I don't know why I'm like this, man. And so you have a decision to make here, right? Do you go home, or? So they run across
the lead, Kojak. What the fuck?
Yeah. Follow up on the lead, right? I'm like to the guys, like, call the cops. We're calling the cops. So I hop in the car, and I see them run across the street, go down a catwalk. And so that's the moment where I'm like, do I drive straight or nope? Fuck it. Put on my signal light. I'm going left into this neighborhood where this catwalk ends, right? So I follow them. I go down through the street, and I find them walking down the street. Yeah. And this is I don't know what came over me, right? So I roll down the windows. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, hey, nerds, you want to go? Right. So anyway, I find them, start verbally accosting them. And they still have, so they dropped their beer case, but they picked it up. And I think they had like a 12-pack, but when they dropped it, they lost like 9 of them. And so they still had 3 left. And so I came up on them in this neighborhood. They didn't expect me. I rolled on them and start yelling at them. And then now this is my mistake because I'm in a car and there's like 7 or 8 of them, and they start whipping beer cans at me. Right. And
I'm just catching them and drinking them.
Yeah. And so, I'm like, they miss me. Right. And so I'm laughing at them like, you guys throw like, whatever. And so they throw their last can at me and take off running. Right. And you'd think that'd be the end of it. No, but so they ran across a park, and I'm like, well, I know where that park ends. I'm just going to go to the other side and go to there. So I drive
I
around to
haven't
the
been
other
knife murdered
side.
yet. I better continue with
Yeah,
this process.
no, I better continue with this. My brain's not working, right? So I get to the other end, and they weren't there. But at this time, I'm still on my like verbally I'm laughing maniacally. This is what I got my windows down, and I'm just laughing in a taunting, crazy way. Because at this point, I'm like,
So you're cackling at this
I'm
point. really.
cackling
Yeah,
like
of course.
into the wind, like into an open. They're not even there, right? But I know they can hear me.
Is this like the Joker's origin story
Yeah,
here?
like what the fuck is
Yeah.
happening right now?
So I drive back to the gas station. I'm like, surely the cops are here by now.
Surely.
Yeah, no, the cops don't give a shit. They're not there.
You
So
are in Oshawa. Just so
I'm
we're
back to the starting point. Same decision. Do I go
clear. Where it all began.
or do I go find them? And I'm like, I'm gonna go find them again.
Oh my
So,
fucking god, Robert.
Yeah, no, I found them again at an intersection. They're walking down the street. So again, roll down the window. Hi, you throwing a bunch of girls, you right? So now I get the cops.
Please
on the
say a
phone.
silent prayer for Rob because he's going to be dead soon. Surely.
Yeah. So now I get the cops on the phone. Hey, I called the non-emergency line. I got it as a contact in my phone. And they say, hey, like, I was just at the Esso, like, there's robbed by a bunch of these kids. Like, I don't know if you got a call from them. I'm like, yeah, we got a call from them. I'm like, okay, well, I'm currently tracking them down this street.
I'm in hot pursuit.
I'm in hot pursuit. Yeah, exactly.
Put a
They're- and
bolo out on these bitches.
The cops are like, oh my god, right? And I'm
Another
like,
one
yeah,
of
they're
these.
currently heading east on Varco. They're, but if you want to find them, I'm like, I'm in
Currently
hot
heading east.
pursuit.
Suspects appear to be unarmed, but very sassy.
Yeah, so I've got dispatch on the phone, and so I relay all the information. I'm like, this is where they're going, and then it's silence for a minute, right? And she's like, okay, so like, what are you gonna do? And I'm like, well, I'm about to turn right. I'm gonna follow them. She's like, okay, oh my god. So I driving down, and she's like, do you see them at all? So this is I found them 3 times, and I'm about to find them for the 4th time. And I'm like, no, I don't see them. They must have ran. Oh, there they are. Right. And so I see them, and they're all kind of like hopping a fence. So I've got the cops on Bluetooth. I got 911 on. I didn't call 911, but I got the cops on Bluetooth. And I roll down my window again, and I start doing the exact same thing. Hey guys, you throwing how much of it? And the cops are still on the phone, right? And I'm like, they're going this way right now. And
Rob, does
okay,
this
I'll
end
let
with
them
you
know.
getting arrested?
No, unfortunately, like nothing exciting happened. I circled the block a few more times. No cops ever came. So that's pretty much
So all
the end
that
of it.
tracking for naught.
All that tracking for nothing. So I go on my way home. I'm like, well, that was fun. I'm going to stop at my local convenience store. And I know the guy in there. So I was talking to him. I'm telling the story. And I go, you're not going to believe what just happened. And I go, I was at the Esso and these kids. And he cuts me off and he goes, they stole a bunch of beer and ran out, didn't they? And he goes, I go, yeah, how did you know? He goes, they were just here 20 minutes ago. So that was the second place they did that to when I got involved. And apparently he goes, yeah, I had a customer in here that did the same thing you did. Yeah, so that was me trying to intervene, verbally accosting a bunch of kids throughout the neighborhood for about 45 minutes as I chased them. No cops ever came after they robbed 2 stores. And yeah, that's about it. I don't know why I'm like this. I thought it was fun at that point, right?
No, it's super fun. You're the dumbest smart guy I know, man.
I know that's a good way to
That's
describe me.
wild. One of those boys
Yeah.
has a knife. One of those boys has a gun. Anything, and you're just
Mhm.
like, you throw like a bitch. I'm like, what are you?
Damn.
What are you
Yeah.
doing?
Yeah.
Now you guys know why the Rob the Bad Guy nickname.
We need somebody
Yeah.
to animate that story. Someone has to like throw
You know
all that.
what
Turn
it
that
really
into like
is?
a cartoon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
throw all that into whatever AI generated bullshit. We'll make that into a cartoon. Someone's got to animate it for sure.
And that's the root of my, that's why they call me Rob the Bad Guy, but that's really the root of it is robbing the bad guy of their power, right? Like you're not gonna, and nobody, you think you're gonna bully me? You think you're gonna fuck with me? I will be way crazier than you can even contemplate. And
We-
I think
we
I
got
just
that after your story.
demonstrated
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I cannot wait till the next time I see this particular person.
Guys, this is the content that you've come for on the Geek Boutique podcast this week.
You're absolutely right. I would have got my ass handed to me by a bunch of like 16-year-olds. But
well, it's like
anyway.
that whole debate going around the internet right now. Like, how many dudes could a gorilla beat up? And you're like the opposite. Like, how many 16-year-olds could I get through before they take me down?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
You need a little excitement in life.
Yeah, I don't know if yes. A little excitement in life for me is picking up a 6-pack on a Friday night. Like for you, it's like vigilante chasing down fucking thieves and calling the cops and taunting them from your car and spending 45 minutes tracking them down. Holy shit. Well, kudos to you, sir.
I'm getting you a Batman cowl for Christmas.
Yep. Please, kids, legitimately don't try this at home. Please be careful out there.
You're right. I could have got stabbed, shot.
Yes, he could have got injured, but he didn't. And he's safe. He's our Rob. Our Rob is good. But yeah, maybe don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that, kids. It's not.
Please.
No.
These are life lessons. Sometimes we're telling you what to do. Sometimes we're telling you what not to do. And this is a classic example of the latter. After all that, back to SO for more gas. Hey, folks, Rob just started his story. My computer decides now's the perfect time to shut down and update. Well,
you upgraded to Windows 11 too.
Yeah. You'll have to go back and watch it because trust me, you don't want to miss it. It's fantastic. And to think, so we usually spend about 15 minutes before the show discussing what the show is going to be. It's just the three of us. Never once mentioned. So who was it that brought it up? Was it Myers? Someone brought it up early on as to what remembering to tell the story. I think it might have been
right.
Myers.
Yeah. I had forgotten all about it. To be honest with you.
So had I. So it's good that Boomster Joe. I'm excited to hear the Rob crime fighting story. Thanks.
There
Joe.
you go.
Appreciate it. Perfect. Because I'm really glad.
And
Silky,
all this time dressing up as like bad guys and like vigilantes.
Silky's got to clip this for sure. After all that, back to the SO for more gas.
Yeah, he burned it all in that 45-minute period.
Yeah. He only pumped $5, then he went chasing after them, and
still no cops.
Yeah, crazy town. Hilarious. Anyway. Perfect. Okay.
Is it that time?
It's time for the news.
I think it is too.
It's the news brought to you by Robman. This week, we don't have like a ton of stories, but the stories that we do have are gigantically huge. In fact, I'm going to take one of them out because it all kind of comes in the same thing. The trailer for the final season of The Boys has dropped. It's a very interesting trailer. And it doesn't, I'm not saying it doesn't take off immediately from season 4, but some real big shit happened at the end of season 4 that I'm not going to like spoil here, but it looks like, I don't want to say it looks like everything's just fine in season 5, but a lot of what happened at the end of season 4 doesn't seem to have a lot of bearing on season 5. So I'm assuming that all the shit that does happen at the end of season 4 gets tied up pretty damn quickly. It is the final season, by the way, of The Boys. So if you are a fan, definitely check it out. It will premiere on April 8th. On Amazon Prime, and I believe they do drop that one weekly, if I'm not mistaken. So it will get teased out over the springtime there on however many episodes it is. I don't know, but if you haven't checked out the trailer for the final season of The Boys, I highly recommend checking it out. They released a couple of posters as well, one with Butcher and one with they had a takeoff of Homelander as Superman, like he's up above the earth and looking down on the entire planet, and I think something's exploding or something. So, yeah. I don't know which one of these to go after first. I guess we'll talk about what happened today. I think Keith L is very excited.
Yeah.
The new trailer dropped for Supergirl. So they've been kind of teasing this out all week. They released the poster yesterday, and they released like a 15-second. So the trailer today is a teaser. So they released a 15-second teaser for the teaser trailer that dropped today. So it's our first really good look. And it looks like it's sort of a cosmic intergalactic adventure. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to lie. I definitely got like Guardians of the Galaxy kind of vibes from it.
Yeah.
Because it looks fun and bombastic and colorful and whatever. My only do you guys have any reactions as far as the Supergirl trailer goes? Anything that you want to discuss specifically?
I love it. Well, there is something that I want to discuss specifically, but I feel like you were about to get there. But I loved it. I watched it a couple times. I like the vibe of the trailer.
Right.
I like who they picked for Supergirl. I think she's perfect for the role. I I didn't think I would be this excited about this movie, but
Really?
after seeing this trailer, I am looking forward to this one.
Did I see Lobo in it? You did. In
Well,
fact.
you did. Yeah.
Blondie Call Me was a great choice. My only real regret, not regret, sorry, that's the wrong word. My only real concern is that, and I know it was only like a minute and 52 seconds or whatever, she's not Supergirling a whole lot in the trailer. She's not like in the suit being Supergirl in the trailer. She's in casuals for quite a bit of it. So my only concern is that there's not going to be enough Supergirl in their Supergirl movie, because we certainly didn't have that problem with Superman. You only have one scene as he's Clark Kent. The whole rest of the fucking film, he's Superman, right?
Yeah.
You got lots of Superman in your Superman movie. I'm hoping it's not the opposite here, where we barely get any. Like, she only puts
It
the
kind of
suit
looks
on
that way, right?
a little bit, right?
Is the thing about in
So-
Superman, like she goes to another world to get drunk because she
With
doesn't
a
have her
red sun.
powers there or something
Correct.
like that. So is this going to be one of those things where, like, she spends the whole time not being Supergirl and has to like prove herself without her
At the end,
powers
it
type
being-
of thing?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that's just the beginning of the movie. That teaser just shows you the first 10 minutes of the movie.
I hope you're right.
Right. It's her birthday. She goes to another planet. She gets drunk. She trashes the place. They send the goons. She kicks all their asses and now goes back home, and they get pissed off. So they call Lobo. And then Lobo comes for her. And that's the movie. At least I fucking hope so.
Well, because there is still a bad
I
guy,
also
which we
think
do
this-
see briefly in the film, in the trailer as well. So, yeah, we'll see. Lobo would be
Lobo
a
would be a
sweet
sweet
cosplay.
cosplay.
Talk to our boy
Yes.
Doug. Yes, Art of the Con does
Yes.
a fantastic Lobo. So
Yeah.
yeah. I'm excited, but yeah, I was definitely getting Guardians vibes for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay, so this is a two-parter, but we'll get into it obviously. So the big news of the week is Netflix is set to acquire Warner Brothers.
Mhm.
And I want to make sure that we're clear on this, because this is now taking a bit of a turn, which we're going to lead into like the sort of second part of this. So there were three main companies that were rumored to be in the running, bidding essentially for Warner Brothers Studios: Netflix, Paramount, and Comcast, which also owns NBC. And each one of them obviously were looking to have a combination of services to sort of maybe monopolize is not the best word to use, but to congregate, to bring services together. And in the end, Netflix, quote unquote, won. Netflix is going to be about $82 billion,
Which is crazy.
but they're only after the studio and the streaming.
Yeah.
So they want Warner Brothers Studio, HBO, and then the streaming service HBO Max. They're not interested in any of the Discovery stuff, nor are they interested in any of the video game stuff. They're not buying any of that. They're just buying the movie studio, HBO, and HBO Max. And that's the $82 billion. As someone else put in here, and I think I put something else down below there as well, Paramount, who's now being headed by a guy named Larry Ellison, who's one of the richest people on planet Earth, is now doing a hostile, or trying to do a hostile takeover, and is bidding over $100 billion for the entirety of Warner Brothers Discovery.
Warner Discovery.
So it would be the whole thing,
Oh.
but it would be more per share. And he's done something very sharp, which I don't know if a lot of people realize. Warner Brothers is a publicly traded company.
Mm-hmm.
So Larry Ellison, who's handling the Paramount hostile takeover, the hostile aspect of it is he's not pitching that to Warner Brothers. He's pitching it to the
The
stockholders.
shareholders.
He's like, if we do it my way, you'll get more. They're offering 26 or 27 a share. I'm offering you $30 a share, and the whole offer is going to be a lot more. And I'm willing to take the whole thing off your hand.
All of it, yeah.
So apparently Warner Brothers is now going to have to entertain sort of both options. So it's not cut and dry. Netflix is all like, get the fucking parade on. This is it. We got this shit. And Paramount's like, whoa. And by the way, all of this is still contingent on it getting through the U.S. courts and the U.S. I don't know if Congress is the word I want to use here, whatever it is, because of antitrust laws. And make no mistake, guys, you can all have your opinions on what this is going to be and what this is going to mean. This is going to stifle competition. There's no question. If HBO Max and Netflix are on the same service, they're not competing with each other anymore. That is going to stifle competition. If you can get one streaming app to get all of that content, then it's going to make both of those companies, which will just now be two studios under one umbrella, to have to produce less and less good content because they're no longer competing with each other. It's all going to be on the same platform.
See, I kind of see it a little bit different, actually.
Sure.
I see it as you've got two businesses that do two different things, right? They are a broadcaster and they are a producer, right? You've got one business, which is mainly a broadcaster, Netflix, and you've got one business, which is mainly a producer, Warner Brothers Studio, right? So it's kind of now that we're merging the two, we can have one side of the company doing all of the production of all these high-end shows and movies and all this crazy new content that can come to Netflix, gratitude of Warner Brothers. And Netflix handles all of the distribution of that content, right? So, yeah, I don't know, man. I think this is, if anybody is to buy Warner Brothers, I feel Netflix is the company to buy it. I don't see.
Mark my words, Netflix will not be the one buying this company. It will be Paramount Skydance.
I hope not, but
I guarantee you it will. Let's circle back here when it happens. And I don't want to get too deep into this, but the Ellison family, right? Like this with Trump family, that part of this greater package is like all the CNN, basically.
That's all owned by Warner Brothers.
Right. And so you talk about the regulatory hurdles that it has to go through. If you're starting to connect the dots here, if you've got somebody who are like this, who's greasing the wheels, who's already said, if we buy this and we get CNN, we're gonna get rid of these people you don't like, and we're gonna put our own people there. So I'm not, I don't want to get too deep into conspiracy theories here, but mark my words. I don't think Netflix is gonna win for those reasons, unfortunately.
Yeah,
I think it'd be better in their hands, but.
And I want to make sure, JS, I guess, like Netflix is one of the premier content creators already.
100%.
Yeah. So they're not just a distributor.
No, they're not just a distributor, but that's where their specialty is, right? That what Netflix is mainly is a distributor. All of the productions that Netflix broadcasts as Netflix shows and Netflix movies, they don't make those themselves. They hire independent studios or smaller studios to make those for them. Whereas now they would have Warner Brothers Studios to do all that for them.
Right. I think my concern is not the integration of Warner Brothers Studios. Maybe I misspoke. My problem is the integration of HBO Max. Because now you have one fewer streaming service competing with another streaming service, right? And for you, the consumer, it can seem good on the outside because now you have fewer choices to make and less things to buy. But it also means that now Netflix doesn't have to compete so hard for your dollar because where else are you going to fucking go?
Yeah, true.
Right?
Crave will disappear because all of Crave's content comes from this source. It'll just be Netflix. You won't be able to get your HBO or your Crave content anymore. It'll be over there.
So, Rich, you're making a good point, too. The amount of filming in Canada could benefit from Netflix taking it over as they have already invested their own studios in Canada, for sure.
Well, there you go.
Rob's making an excellent point, though. So I think from what I've heard, at the best estimate they could possibly think of is about 12 months, and the worst I'm hearing is 24. Anywhere sort of in that range is what it's going to take to sort this mess out. And by the way, it was 12 to 18 months before Paramount made their Hostel bid. So now that might stretch out even longer.
Yeah.
Plus
100%.
any of the existing licensing arrangements, those are all going to have to be redone. So this is huge, guys. This is not nothing. Like, this is going to change the landscape.
Yeah.
Because this is not the same thing as Warner Brothers Discovery's merging, or like AOL Time Warner when they bought Warner Brothers 20 years ago, or whatever. This is like, you're talking about two gigantic media conglomerates that are now going to be one gigantic media conglomerate.
Well, think of how long it took when Disney bought Fox.
Right.
I mean, that took like 2 years.
Right. And
2 or
now
3 years.
they still make 20th Century Studios films.
100%.
But they don't make anywhere near as much as they did, and they mostly just pump them out on the streaming service. Like, the quality of that brand has shrunk to a point. You used to be able to do that fanfare off the top of your head. Like, that was a huge thing, right? And now doesn't even really occur to you anymore because it's no
I
longer.
forgot all
Yeah.
about that.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying, right? So,
Yeah.
and that's kind of what I'm worried about too, is that Warner Brothers name is going to end up getting shrunk down. Because let's face it, Netflix just wants the IPs, and that's what most people want is the IPs, right?
Yeah.
Not just a streaming service, but they want DC, they want Harry Potter, they want The Matrix, they want Lord of the Rings, they want all the IPs that
Yeah.
exist under the umbrella for Warner Brothers. So, yeah, man, I
Game
don't
of
know,
Thrones.
dude. This is Game of Thrones. This is really going to change. Netflix being anti-theater, if they win, there could be quite the impact of theater releases. Yeah, and the gentleman, the COO of Netflix, has done nothing but talk about how they are still going to stay committed to the theatrical window and theatrical release. Theatrical releases as moving forward, but they're going to continue to shrink the theatrical window, which right now on average is only 32 days.
Yeah.
Do you remember when you used to have to wait fucking months?
Yeah, like 4, 5, 6 months
before
Yeah.
shit would even come out on like a hard copy video.
When I was a kid, but between the time a movie would come out in the theater and the time you could go rent it at the VHS store, the rental store,
Like Blockbuster.
like Blockbuster,
Yeah.
it would take a year.
Yeah. And
Right.
then for it to be on regular TV was like 3 or 4, you know what I mean? It was like way longer than that. Yeah, right now the average window now is 32 days. And I
Yeah.
can only assume if Warner Brothers would get in there with Netflix, that would shrink even further down. And you'd be looking at like, what's the theater window now? 2 weeks, 3 weeks tops before you can check it out on Netflix, right? I don't
The
know.
way they
man.
do it now, though, is when they come out on streaming, or a lot of the time, what they do is they'll be in the theater for 32 days, but then it'll be on Disney Plus, but you have to rent it.
Yeah, premium
For the
VOD
next-
is what they call
Right.
it. Yeah.
For the next couple months.
That's
right.
right.
And then after that, it'll be free to watch.
Yeah, I love that premium VOD shit because that's immediately when it pops up in the torrent site.
Yar.
My favorite thing that's ever happened
Yeah.
anywhere is premium VOD services 100%. It's immediately up on there when you're sailing the high seas, if you know what I mean. Yes. So the further decline, I'm also concerned about the further decline in the physical media availability. Yeah, Andrew, that's already happening, unfortunately. As soon as most of the major retailers got out of doing physical media, Best Buy, Walmart, you name it, it makes it extraordinarily challenging now. Like you basically have to order your physical media online almost. There's very few places for you to go and buy a Blu-ray anymore. Like brick and mortar storefronts. So
I mean, you
we're
can get
rapidly.
some at like Walmart, but I don't think
Oh, they are still doing some at Walmart. I know Best Buy got
Yeah,
completely
but
out of the game. So
they're not like, I don't know if you can like, oh yeah, this movie's coming out on DVD. I'm going to go pick it up at Walmart. No, I think they have a shelf of like collections and classic movies and
right.
blah, blah, blah.
I don't even have a Blu-ray player now that I think
Neither do
about
I.
it. Like,
Yeah.
No, because everything is licensed now. Like you're not really
Yeah.
buying anything. Yeah, Cinema One. We do have a Cinema One in London, and I have no fucking idea how it's still open. It's in one of the malls, and it's been there for literally like 30 years. I have no idea how it's still there. I don't know who the hell's going in and buying media these days, but I get mine at Value Village these days. Yeah. Don't get me wrong.
what's funny
Physical
is, like,
media
I'm
is
buying-
cool. Physical media is the only way that you can actually fucking own it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm buying stuff at cons now. Like that's where I'm getting my
Yeah.
physical media is
Yeah.
buying them at cons.
Yeah.
Because everything else is a license, and they can pull the license whenever they want, right? Even if you quote unquote rent it, they can still pull. You don't own it at that point, right? So
No,
even
you're
if
right.
Buying it, you're still not owning it anymore.
You're right.
buying a
We're
license,
saying,
right?
well, I'm exactly right. As long as I pay for Disney Plus, I can have access to that piece of content, but then Disney Plus can remove that content whenever they want. And they do it all the time.
100%. Video games are even worse because they just have that
Yeah.
huge movement about killing games, right? So
Yeah.
you buy a game, but you're buying a license. The game
You're
is
not buying a game.
popular,
Yeah.
and 2 years after the game is released, that you paid $80 for, they shut the servers down, and it's an online-only game.
Yeah.
Well, what did I just spend $80 on? So I get to have it for 2 years, and then when you decide that you're not going to support the servers anymore, now I've just wasted $80.
Yeah.
Because you never owned it. It was never
Yeah.
yours. You didn't
Yeah.
have the physical media, and it wasn't a single player thing. So, yeah, man, everything's changing, guys. That's plus then later censoring and alterations and streaming. Yeah, exactly. So the landscape is changing, and I don't want to be some old man shaking my fist at the clouds and complaining at people to get off my lawns. Like, this is the way it's moving. We are moving away from physical media. Everything's going to streaming in some way, shape, or form. So don't get me started in the video game thing. Yeah. But this is
Well,
part
it's
and parcel.
the internet.
So sooner or later,
internet
there's
is
going to be
what's
like
caused that.
2 or 3 major streaming and movie studios. It's just like having cable again, man. We went all the way to the one end of the spectrum. Now we're going back to the other. The only nice thing about all of this is that the production value of these things, we're getting more content, and the content that we're getting is of a higher quality.
Yeah,
I'm going to say. I mean, they're movies on television basically nowadays, right? So I haven't checked out Stranger Things yet. I'm waiting till it's all out, but yeah, dude.
I mean, there is, you cannot deny that a lot of, well, not a lot, all of the Netflix backed products are visually all amazing. Now,
yeah, they don't waste any money.
Right? Are they all good? Well,
no,
not really.
No, most of them are dog shit.
But they're all high budget productions, right? And you could tell.
Yes, they spend money. There's no question.
Yeah.
But that's my point. Some of that money they're spending is to lure you into Netflix as opposed to going to HBO Max. Well, when they have HBO Max, they don't have to do that as hard anymore. Because where are you going to go? Are you going to get Paramount fucking Plus? That's what I mean. Like, there's going to be three major streamers now, right? If you think about it, Disney, Netflix, and HBO Max. Well, you're about to lose one of those. So it's going to be Netflix and HBO Max. And then you'll check the other 3 or 4 rinky-dink ones, and it won't be available on anything. And they'll say, but you can rent it for $9.99, and that's when you burn the place to the fucking ground. Put your fucking eye patch in your peg leg. And
exactly.
Parrot. Exactly why I do it, man.
I'll give it about a year, and I'm going to do a special for everybody on how to use Usenet.
yeah. Ooh, Usenet working too. Yeah, nice. Yeah. So anyway, guys, that is the news this week. Obviously, the big juicy news was that, and I knew that would invite some discussion. Thank you, everybody, for participating in that discussion. Continue to talk amongst yourselves, because this is going to be a hot topic for the next year at the very least. But if you have a news item that you think we should be reading out here on the podcast, please send that to me. And if I believe it to be worthy of our attention, then I will make sure that we talk about it. Same with the big juicy rumors. If you've got any of those, go ahead and throw that our way. I didn't have a nice big juicy rumor this week for my boy JS. Maybe do you have one? Do you have a big fat juicy rumor, JS? No? Well, we'll save that till next week. But until next week, guys, that is the news.
Okay, and so that brings us to community news, which we're going to do a little bit differently this week. There is no catchy intro this week. This past weekend, we learned of some extremely sad and unexpected news that one of our own, who, if you weren't friends with, you probably crossed paths with at least once, Stephen Kwame, aka Cosplay Q, suddenly and unexpectedly passed away, which we're going to talk about today. I think we are going to start this off with a little tribute video that we've put together. And so, Jess, if you're ready, why don't we kick it off with this?
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
Damn, who knew? All the planes we flew, good things we've been through, that I'll be standing right here talking to you about another path. I know we love to hit the road and laugh, but something told me that it wouldn't last. Had to switch up, look at things different, see the bigger picture. Those were the days, hard work forever pays. Now I see you in a better place. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I would do, you were standing there by my side, and now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way, from where we began.
You know, we started.
Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
Let me tell you.
When I see you again.
Roger way and the vibe is feeling strong. And what's small turn to a friendship turn to a bond, and that bond will never be broken. The love will never get lost. And when brotherhood come first, then the line will never be crossed. Established it on our own when that line had to be drawn, and that line is what we reach. So remember me when I'm gone.
Big thanks to JS for putting the video together, and for Chantel in particular, who hooked us up with a bunch of pictures of our boy Steven. I knew Steven for quite some time, quite a few years. He was one of the first, and I saw this story being shared on social media so much over the past week. One of the first friends, sort of one of the first people I met within the cosplay community. And I remember specifically, I think it was 2017, I want to say, I was debuting the Comedian for the first time at Fan Expo. And up until then, I hadn't worn a real costume before, right? I'd done Jane and I'd done Negan, which were just clothes. And this was like a whole complicated thing. And I was nervous and scared as fuck. And it was the biggest fucking show. And I had no idea what was going on. And I came in the North Building and I came up the escalators. And the first dude I saw was Steven. And he was standing there with Frank. And it's one of the pictures that you just saw in there with the three of us. Steven was in his cyborg. And he flipped out immediately. He's like, oh, I can't believe you're doing this. It looks so good. I never see this with DC for life. And just pumped my tires so much that it took all the apprehension out of me and set the tone for the whole rest of that con, and kind of set me up for how that cosplay was going to get received, because I had no idea what it was going to be. And he didn't need to do any of that shit. He just thought he would stand there and pump my tires. I don't know if he knew that I was nervous or scared. We barely knew each other at the time. I think we met once before that, but he was just that was the kind of guy he was. A short time after that, there used to be a couple of different Instagram accounts. I'm sure there are still now, but that would just feature cosplayers, and not just like a bunch of scantily clad people. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but that's like actually like, you know, like a broad range.
Yeah, yeah.
And one of them was looking for page models. They used to do that too, where they would feature certain people like weekly, right? Yeah. And I don't think the page really said what it was. They just said like, submit if you want to be a page model. So unbeknownst to the both of us, he and I had both submitted, and then they had broke it down into these brackets where you had to vote for the person that you wanted to move on to the next round. And wouldn't you fucking know it, the very first round, it's me against him. And he messaged me immediately. He's like, nah, I don't want to compete. It's not what I'm about. I'm not going to post. I'm not going to do anything. And I'm like, dude, I don't want to compete against you either. He's like, good luck, bro. Best man, blah, blah, blah. But I'm not going to promote this at all. And again, same thing. Like, he didn't have to do that. You know what I mean? Like, but immediately it was important for him to make the connection with me. Like, because that, believe it or not, that whole bracket thing that happened, it got shitty. Like, people were posting terrible stuff about people they didn't even know to like win this competition, to be this page model. But he was like, no, that's not what I'm about. And then of course I would see him at cons and everything else, and it would be good. Steven was also an actor, and he had seen a bunch of stuff that I had posted as far as the TV show I was working on and everything else. And he sent me a message. I'm just going to read it. I'm proud of you. Seeing the work you're doing on your film production is amazing. Keep doing what you do, brother. He didn't have to do that either. Absolutely didn't have to do that. So, yeah. That's who he was. At his heart. He just wanted to be positive. He wanted to check in with you. He wanted to make sure you're okay, and he wanted to pump your tires. Man. Yeah. We're not there's no replacing Steven. Like, that's,
you know,
we've all got to try to be a bit better to try to make up for the fact that we don't have Steven anymore.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people communally say that, like, he wasn't one of the best of us. He was the best of us, right? He was that guy that was always smiling, that was always positive, and that always had something to bring. And yeah, you know, Steve was one of the first cosplayers I started following when I started getting into cosplay. Like I've been following him since ages ago, and I really didn't meet him until I don't know 5 or 6 years ago. Yeah,
Yeah, every
and
Toronto Con, he was there every time.
he's at every event,
Yeah.
right? He's always at every event. If something's going on, he'll show up. You know, whether it be Star Wars Day in London, or whether it be Toronto Comic Con, or whether it be Fan Expo, or London Comic Con, or you name it.
Yeah, and like a lot of people are saying, his smile and encouraging word. He was such a positive guy, and as you can see, like all the memories people are sharing all this week, like he was everywhere. He did so much. He was part of everything, and always with like that big smile. Positive guy.
You know, when
Yeah.
someone dies and people are speaking of them online or whatever, and it's always like, you know, cherry pick the best things about that person, even if they were like just an absolute irascible prick in real life. You would be respectful of the every fucking thing you're hearing about Steven is exactly who Steven was.
Who he was. Yeah.
If you took 100 people in the Southwestern Ontario cosplay community that knew him, then took him in their room and asked for their opinions of him, positive or negative, I'm telling you right now,
Everybody would tell you the
100
same
people
thing.
are going to say positive or negative. And I don't know if there's a
100%.
single other human in that sphere that would get that kind of response.
Yeah, if you knew him, you obviously know what we're talking about. If you didn't know him, you missed out.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. But if you especially in that Toronto, like he was in deep with that Toronto crew. If you're familiar with Sean Ward, Sean Ward's channel and what he did, Steven was a big part of making that channel what that channel became. He was in a lot of the skits. He participated a huge amount. Sean did a big tribute to him as well on social media. Yeah, dude. He's one of those guys. Not only did I never hear him talking shit about anybody, I've never, not once in my 12 years in the game, hear a single person have a bad thing to say about that dude.
No, yeah, never.
Just who he was. Just who he was.
Yeah.
And to say he'll be missed is an understatement. Yeah, I don't remember our first meeting. He was just there with a smile, hug, and to check in on things. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I can't say for sure the first time I met him.
Yeah.
I can't say either, but
yep.
Always got a good smile and a hug, though. That's for sure.
Yeah. Thank you for the video, JS. Thank you guys for your support. Yeah. If you want to help, there is a GoFundMe up right now to help with the funeral expenses for his family. You can get there. It's been shared all over. It's mostly on Facebook. So get your ass over to Facebook. I've got it on my profile. Debbie Wong Brennan I think was the first one to post it. She's hosting that GoFundMe. But honestly, almost anybody here in this chat, if you go to their Facebook, you're probably going to find it on one of our profiles.
And if you even just go to GoFundMe and start typing his name,
that'll come up too.
Yeah, and actually, if you want to see some of the messages that the community is leaving Steven, you can actually go to his Facebook page. Although I don't know if it's private. Now that I'm thinking about it, it might be private, but a lot of people have been leaving him messages. The GoFundMe has been posted there as well. Just look Steven Kwame up on Facebook if you're not already friends with him.
Yeah, last I checked on it, I think it was about halfway to the goal. So, and I know it's Christmas is right around the corner. I know the economy is not exactly awesome, but any little bit's going to help. The whole community is reaching out to help in that. So, if you can, that would be fantastic. And if you can't, and you just have stories to tell, then tell the stories too. Keep them alive in our memories and in our hearts, because he was a one man. That's it. There is no other Steven. And to be frank, I don't think there's going to be. That's how special a dude he was. So.
Yeah, I think if it was possible to sort of create some sort of the cosplay Q award, we need to come up with that, guys.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah, and that's saying something along those same lines. We need to do a special nod to him each con. It will still be there with us, 100%.
Yep.
Wayne is saying, I remember he gave his warmth whenever you cosplay or not. He gave you a smile, a hug. It was so real. It's an example of how we treat each other. He, a friend and a person. He, I guess, was a friend and a person.
A
Agreed.
true superhero, like our friend Sticky Ricky is saying here.
And he said, I love chatting with him about acting in the film biz. Glad he could share that with me. Yeah. 100%.
Yep.
Boy. Yeah, it was quite the week. Well, quite the week. I was a little shocked this weekend, particularly. Like, you know, again, we don't really have any details, right? I think we need to be clear about that. We're not hiding anything from you guys. We're not being coy about, telling you what happened. We don't know what happened. Try to make sure everybody knows. If the family wants to release those details, they'll release those details. Like Jen told me earlier this week, it doesn't matter what happened. He's gone.
Yeah, we just remind each other how much everybody how much your loved ones mean to you.
Yeah.
Remember the good things about them, and
Yeah. Especially this time of year.
Yep.
yeah,
And let's all maybe try a little bit harder to emulate our boy Q, because yeah, like I said,
you're right. We there's a gap that we all need to step up and try to
Yep.
fill.
Yeah.
united we stand. And if there's one guy to rally around, united we stand, it's Q for sure.
sure.
So
For sure.
keep that in your minds and hearts, guys. Spread that word, spread that love. Because there's a little bit too much strife in the community right now, and that's not what he was about. So
Yeah, the community's become a little
a fucking cesspool. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, listen, I know there's always been issues in the cosplay community, but a lot of things are happening, a lot of idiots, a lot of abhorrent behavior, a lot of anyway, you know what? I don't think this is what the topic was
Nope.
meant for.
Nope.
Yeah.
Focus on the positive.
No.
That's what
Yeah.
we're here for. So, and that's what we're gonna do.
Oh, well, there you go. Chantal is saying he had the flu. As of now, there is no word. Hence the family asking for privacy. There you
And
go.
we will respect that.
We're just gonna leave it at that. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, like JS said, if they release it, fine. But we're not here to discuss the particulars. We're here to celebrate the man and what he meant to all of us.
Yeah.
And what he meant to the community.
That's a good point.
okay.
So
There's
Chantal
one more
saying
thing. Yeah,
he
this is
did
probably
not
important.
hurt himself, or no one hurt him. So this was, accidental, medical related.
Yes, thanks Chantel for
Yeah.
setting some of our minds at ease as far as those two things
Yeah,
specifically
Thank
goes.
you, Chantal.
Yeah, a lot of people have been talking about that this week. I know Chantal told me that earlier, but again, that was not my information to share. But yeah. All righty.
Okay.
I mean, we're almost there. Did you guys want to get into a little bit of a debate here, or we ended it a little bit early this week?
Let's
it
get
doesn't
into it.
really feel like
Yeah.
we should go into a debate. Why don't we just
All right, guys.
we'll spend a
if,
few more minutes with our loved ones?
Yeah, if you're still watching us, make sure you go check out that GoFundMe. Give whatever you can. We'd also like and subscribe. It's always appreciated. We won't ask you for money though, unless we're at a con. Come and buy a shirt or a T-shirt or something, right? Otherwise, make sure you all stay geeky. Give your loved ones a hug, and we'll see you next week for the last episode of the season. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Geek Boutique Podcast. Like always, if you prefer to listen to us, you can find us on all major podcast platforms. Now, make sure you don't forget to click that like and subscribe button, as well as the notification bell to make sure you never miss an